made a video and said the reason why we don't have, or we've never had, a Luhya president, yet we are the second largest tribe in Kenya, is because our Luhya men love women too much. And somebody who's a bit slow in class might be wondering, how is this related? That's why Luhya politicians are easily bought. That's why they're easily bought. Because when you have 100 children who need school fees, 7 wives who need maintenance, 15 side chicks that need to be flown to Dubai, you'll sell yourself to the highest bidder. If you didn't understand why my theory is like that, that's the reason. When you have these immediate needs, you will sell yourself to the highest bidder in order to fix this problem. But when you look at other communities like the Kikuyus, for example, the men, if they decide to sell themselves, they don't sell themselves for cheap. Because their family is not starving. Their children's school fees is not a problem. Their wives' maintenance is not a problem because they have a small family they can manage with the small resources they have. So if they decide to bid, they go for the highest. But for the Luhyas, they will take the 3 million. They take the 5 million because they need to pay school fees quick for their children. That's the problem. There will never be a Luhya man who will stand 10 toes deep and say, you know what, I'm going to ride this train to State House. And they will come with all sorts of offers and whatever and money, and he will say no. Very rarely will it happen. Because when you have a lot of baggage, which means 100 children, 16 wives, and 15 or 17 mistresses, you need money. Because you cannot sustain it without money. And that's my problem. That's my problem. So we can say all things we want, and that's why when you look at the Luhyas, they are anybody, any presidential candidate, they have to go to Western. You go to Kakamega, they have their own gospel. You go to Bungoma, they have their own gospel. You go to Lugari, they have their own gospel. You go to Busia, they have their own gospel. They don't know how to unite because everybody is thinking about their own stomach. How do I feed my children? How do I fly my side chick to Dubai? And as for the people of the mountain, they think 15 generations down the line. And that's the reason why we will never have a Luhya president if our Luhya politicians behave the way they behave. We will always be divided. Our votes will always be up for grabs for the highest bidder. Luhya politicians are cheap. Cheap and up for grabs for anybody who's willing to pay. And the most surprisingly is to pay the minimum price.